Greetings YouTube, Yellow Belly here. Had a question off Brian, how do I paint, what paint I use, etc. on my bows. Quick video, excuse me, video response is the cheapest. Dead straightforward. I'll show you the £45 bow I made for someone. I go to the pound shop and I buy basically matte black spray paints because I'm very lazy like that and I'm a cheapskate. I try and use materials that don't cost much, and I'm not really into the bling bling. If you look at the back, that was actually again pound shop tins. I think the gold I got from somewhere else, but again it's literally primed, just grey primer and then white on the back of that one. And I found an old tin of gold spray that I did on the front, and I literally just sprayed them up. But what I also use is, if you have a look, I don't know if that comes out clearly, let's see, that's better, that vinyl type stuff, stick on vinyl. Now it comes in a sheet, is another example of it. Yeah, it's not brilliant. That's a wood effect on this bow. It comes in rolls like this. It's what you use for basically doing cupboards and doors and things like that. It's just self-adhesive, sticky back, that kind of stuff. That's like a wood grain effect. I try and avoid the knots, and I cut the edges, so and where the grain's hopefully the thickest, just pretties it up a little bit more, makes it a little bit more realistic. And here's the metallic bronze. You can get them in metallics as well. Again, same stuff. Who's this one? That's DC Fix. And again, they do metallics. They also do textures. I've got one with I think it's like a snake skin texture. But one thing I did learn is, do not completely wrap it. And the reason being is, at the back, when it's strung up, where the two seams are, where they join, they bubble up. No matter what you do, they bubble up and it looks cheap and nasty, etc. I've got one bow that does that. I haven't got around to fixing it yet. It's one of my bows that I made out of Class E. I think it's £35 or something like that. So yeah, that's what I use. Cheap and cheerful stuff. The idea being is I've got tons of spare if I have to redo it, because these things do get battered. They do get drops. They do get. I mean, this one's got a prang on it already, just there. If you can see that. But again, it's literally just a case of recovering it as and when needed, and I've got plenty of material to do that with. So yeah, but yeah, definitely do not fully wrap it. I'll post a video if wanted of how I wrap my and paint my bows. But cheap and cheerful, and it does the job. These are not bows that are lifelong companions like wooden bows and this, that and the other. These are literally bows for the main use is just to batter them about, and so you're not damaging your main bow if you have a big bow made out of wood or whatever that you've paid hundreds of pounds for. These are literally just, well, almost throwaway bows if you wish. Where you're not overly concerned if they get drops, you're not overly concerned if they break or bend. So let me waz that around to face me. There we go, there I am. God, I need a shave. Right, yeah, so just another, I don't know if I covered it on the difference between Class 7 and Class E bows, but I just a quick mention on that is a Class, oh, get my thumb out of the way, Phil, great video editing this, isn't it? A Class 7 bow obviously can take higher poundages, but it's harder to work with. So if you wanted a £35 bow, which is less likely to fold, then yeah, I'd go for a Class 7. £35 on a Class E bow is pretty much the most it can take. It's much more than that, it's just going to fold on you. So I just thought I'd mention that on people. Brian also mentioned about 1-inch bows. I fancy a go. I'm going to get some, I'll get some pipe ordered if I get any spare time. And I'm thinking of a longbow. So I'm looking at about 66 plus, maybe 72-inch. Just to see what kind of manageable poundage. Obviously, it increases draw length on that, so it'll be a bit more comfortable, because he mentioned that he did a 54-inch bow and he was getting recurving. It was coming out at 70 odd pound, which is way too much for me. But yeah, it's so it's also reliability. So I'll leave it at that and catch you on the next vid. Yellow Belly out.